Another state tournament game as we welcome you here to the ODI Center as our state tournament is brought to you by Hawaii Federal Credit Union, Ramcota, Pelican Power Sports, Weatherall, Wagner Auto, as well as Fisher Rouse and Associates, Hockey Headquarters, Aberdeen Area Chamber of Commerce, Avera, Hermanson Endodontics, Sunmasters of Pierre, University of Jamestown, Xander Auto Parts, Rankin Gray, the Fieldhouse of Pierre, Kubota, and State Farm Becky Pottsabah. As we welcome you in here to the fourth and final game of our first round of the state tournament. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd, and it is the 1-8 matchup between Sioux Falls and Rushmore. And if things hold true, Sioux Falls will be moving on to the second round. But that's why they play the game.
That's why they play the game. Sioux Falls unbeaten this year. And I don't remember the last time a girls team has gone unbeaten. Maybe Aberdeen a couple years ago, but it's really something if you can get through this league unbeaten.
Yeah, I think at any level in hockey, if you can go undefeated, yeah.
Yeah, you have to know that there's been some games that Sioux Falls has not played very well and still won, so that's a little scary in itself.
That's right.
They're obviously number one seed for a reason. They're pretty good.
Well, go ahead.
I was going to say Sioux Falls defeated this Rushmore team the last two games of the regular season, February 12th and 13th. By scores of 8-1 and 12-0, and of course their top line of Schroeder, Moon, and Ramsey account for 68 goals, 39 assists as far as that line is concerned.
And you look at the goalie Riley Vander Esch, who looks like she's going to get the start. Maybe she doesn't. They have three goalies.
All undefeated.
Sydney Fordwall and Eva Ram, the other two goalies. Riley Vander Esch actually doesn't have the most wins on the team. She's got the second most wins. Ram's got 4, and Fordwall's got 8 wins for the Sioux Falls Flyers. You know you're a good team when your goalie, your best goalie who got you the state championship last year, she is 6-0 with a 0.83 goals against average, a 953 save percentage, 3 shutouts, most of the team, and she's got 12 points because she scored 4 goals and 8 assists when she hasn't been a goalie.
She skates out.
Sometimes. That's just how good they are. That they said, you know what? Why don't you go skate and score goals instead of trying to keep the goals out from the back of the net? Because we got 2 other goalies that are pretty good that we need to have time for them to play too.
Ooh, there's something to be said for that because normally when you get to the varsity level, when you're a goalie, you're a goalie.
Yeah.
You get to the sophomore level, you're a sophomore, you're a goalie.
Yeah.
That's what you are. But, yeah, you're right. They have the luxury to say, go ahead and skate.
Well, and you start looking at Vander Esch, as you mentioned, 0.83 goals against average. Then you have Sydney Fornwald, who's 8-0, 1.23 goals against average. Then you have, as you mentioned, Eva Ram, 4-0. Her goals against average is 1.07. Talk about a stingy group.
They are.
They've given up 19 goals in 18 games.
Yeah.
I mean, and that also includes 5 shutouts. So
exactly.
It's a team that, right? I mean, going into the state tournament, it is theirs to lose.
It is, you bet.
And not saying that they're going to be – I mean, they will be disappointed not to win the state tournament, or it will be an unsuccessful season if they don't win the state tournament. But going in, the pressure is all – it's pretty much all on them. The target is on their back because while Mitchell is very good, we saw them earlier today, and they took care of business against Sioux Center. They didn't beat Sioux Falls in the regular season. Nobody did. This is Sioux Falls' tournament to lose right now.
Well, and Sioux Falls outscored their opponents. Remember we talked earlier about 50-15, how Mitchell has outscored opponents. Sioux Falls has outscored their opponents in the first period 49-8. Second period, 49-7. Third period, 41-5. They've outscored them 139-20.
So what you're saying is that they barely give up any goals in the first period, but they get better in the second and third period.
Yeah.
And then their power play percentage is 30.8. That's got to be one of the top in the league. And of course their penalty kills 96.2%.
Now their power play is top in the league. I want to make sure that I do get that right, that their power play is the top of the league. It is actually second behind Mitchell's at 37.5% for Mitchell, but their penalty kill is 96.2%, which is tops in the league. So they were 1-2 with Mitchell in just about every category as it is, and that's why they're the number 1 seed, why Mitchell's number 2 seed, and why the collision course is set for those two to be in the state championship, but also why you still play the game, because while Rushmore has gotten only 5 wins, they're playing with house's money. Nobody expects them to win here tonight.
No.
So if they come out here and put up that first goal of the game, it will send a message, and it will send a shock through all of the girls' varsity state tournament.
And some of these teams, undefeated like this, if they get down a few goals, gets towards the middle to the late of the game, do they panic? Do they panic? I don't know. Does a team like this panic? They've never had it. They've never been tested.
Right. They have no idea what it's like to play from behind.
Right.
Well, and the other thing with this team is they have 6 players that have 10 goals or more. They have great balance, of course, led by Lily Moon with 36 goals, 17 assists. But that's pretty remarkable that you have 6 players. So you look at it and you go, if you want, we talked earlier about Mitchell maybe being the best team or at least having the number 1 line in the state. But Sioux Falls has beaten them twice. They have probably a little better balance, and they probably have better goaltending. And good goaltending will stop goal scorers anytime.
Well, and Sioux Falls has depth. You have to remember the depth that they have. This is one of the sheets that we have here that we use for broadcasting. This thing is full. It's all the way down to the bottom. They run 6 defenders, and they've got 4 full lines.
Yeah.
So the Sioux Falls Flyers and the Rushmore Thunder coming up here in just a little bit. We'll have Puck Drop coming up, but just after this, you're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, as well as KSTR, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
The Ramkota in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ramkota is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ramkota has a full hot continental breakfast so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ramkota in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back here, as we get set for a puck drop between the Sioux Capitals, Sioux Falls Flyers, and the Rushmore Thunder. It's
in your brain.
It's in my brain.
Your brain.
That's all. That's the first thing I think about when coming back from a commercial break in a hockey game. It's the Sioux Capitals.
Yep.
Sioux Capitals against someone else. But it's the Sioux Falls Flyers and the Rushmore Thunder in the 1-8 matchup. As we have for you, we'll get you those starters coming up here in just a moment. As it will be Sioux Falls going from left to right and Rushmore going from right to left as we send it down for the introduction of our starting lineups. So we are ready to go in the final game of the day. There are no starters, just everybody got introduced. We'll see who the starters are. It looks like we're going to see Sydney Fornwald in net right now because she was in the net when they were introducing the lineups. Riley Vander Esch was off to the side. So it looks like Vander Esch will not skate out, but she will also be not the starter for the Sioux Falls Flyers here this evening.
Rushmore, led by Lucy Avides with 13 goals, 6 assists. She's their top goal scorer of the year. And, of course, Isabella Long gets a start in the next for the Rushmore, 5-10. And she has a 5.10 goals against average, of course, compared to Sioux Falls in that regard. And also, of course, for Rushmore, they've been outscored 36-14 period number 1, 30-20 period number 2, 36-10 in period number 3. They've been outshot 102, outscored 102-45.
And we are underway in our final game of the day, as it will be for the Sioux Falls Flyers that have that first opportunity as they're in the offensive end. As it will be taken by Adriana Clark behind the net, so she gets upended. She gets dropped to the ice. And back over here to the near side, or the far side, Alyssa Lingen. And Lingen from the far side to the near side works it over in the corner. Pass goes across. Clark, that one misses, and is played back down again by Alexis Christie. That one is a shot and a save by Isabella Long as it comes out of the zone, and now an opportunity for the Rushmore Thunder going the other way. It's Lily Hoffman that carries into the zone, but a good back check by the Sioux Falls Flyers, and then a trip and falling back was Gabby Schroeder. That one was a dangerous fall from Gabby Schroeder. She fell back from getting tripped up by the stick from behind her as it's kept in by the zone by the Rushmore Thunder. The Sioux Falls Flyers, they're going to try and escape the zone. As it's played here on the near side, right below us, Lily Hoffman trying to keep it alive for Rushmore in the offensive end, but it will be taken out and it will be going the other way. Here is Reagan Pesca. Had it but lost it, and then it's dumped back in by the Rushmore Thunder. 15:45 to go in the first period. One shot is in favor of the Flyers. No score quite yet. As back the other way will be number 77, Zoe Gora. And in the offensive end for the Flyers. So here on the near side. Is picked up on the defensive side by Rylan Pesca, but turned over another time by the Rushmore Thunder. It is Lily Moon. Pass goes across. 36 goals for Moon. Tied for the league high going into the playoffs. In is Rylan Pesca. And Pesca on the back end. Fans on a shot attempt. But back behind the net trying to stuff it in. That shot came in front, and it went just wide from Gabby Schroeder. Went high over the cage. Stayed in play. There's a backhander to the side of the net. That one's missed by Rylan Pesca again. Back out to the high slot. There's a shot and a save by Long. And Sioux Falls starting to buzz right now. 4 shots in this already open the period with 14:50 left to go in the first. As it comes to the near side, out of the zone it goes. And now a chase after it again. That's going to be chasing after it was Vitas. Well, she's got a lot of speed. That one goes off the stick of Fornwald as Vitas trying to put it out in front. And Pesca plays it along, and out of the zone it goes as it will be taken by Clark. And Clark gets to the forehand but can't get a shot away. It's blocked down, and it'll come out of the zone by the Rushmore Thunder. And Vitas again trying to race into the offensive end. Back again. That's Kaya Olsen who had it in but comes back out, so Rushmore have to tag back up. 14:14 to go in the first period. There's a pass that's tipped along. That was by Emma Ramsey. But it's taken back again. Here's Hoffman. Rushmore, they don't have a whole lot of depth to their team, so they're going to, this is the first period where they want to try and score as much as they can because it's going to be much tougher at the end of this game when they're going to be much more tired. Here's Olsen for Rushmore to the blue line, delayed offside, tagging back up are the Thunder, but in control of it is the Flyers. To the near side, a pass goes rink wide and is off the stick and taken by Rushmore again at the Rushmore blue line. Out to the neutral ice. But it's played back. A pass goes all the way back here to Fornwald. You don't see it very often. You maybe see it in soccer. You don't see it very often where you pass it back to the goalie in hockey. It's played here the far side corner. Back in front as Mallory Chisholm trying to push it in front for a one-time chance. But it's picked back up by the Flyers. And Gabby Schroeder out into the neutral zone. On the far end of the ice, carries in the offensive end. Lost the handle of it, pushed out of the zone by Rushmore. Moon will pick it up, and her pass goes back over, and it will be grabbed here by Lingen. Nearly a pass that got into the zone for the Flyers, but could have had a 2-on-1, but instead they had to wait before they get in onside. Lingen, a pass goes over. Good tap there by Schroeder as it goes the length of the ice, but no icing as she was at the blue line. 4-1 in shots, 12:40 left to go in the first period. That's a bouncing puck that's going to find its way to the blue line, but held in by Clark. And then turned over, and now one-on-one in from the blue line. A shot goes off of a stick, and it goes high just over the cage and off the glass. That one was taken by Evan Woods. Now we get 4 players here on the near side battling for it. Actually, it was 5 players battling for it. And around it goes to the far side. Alyssa Lingen will pick it up. That one goes across, and Emma Ramsey now will start to take off with it. And Ramsey, there's a shot that goes off the right pad of Isabella Long. She's made 5 saves now in the early going. 5 minutes gone by. We're in the 6th minute of this hockey game. 5-1 in shots, but no score. Rushmore holding serve right now. Played around the boards. That was by Kaylin Cover. Lifting the stick was Cover, but still picking up was Faith Van Voorst, who was a Sioux Center Storm last year, now a Sioux Falls Flyer this year. 11:30 left to go here in the first period. That pass off of a skate, held in the zone for a moment, then hit out, and then a collision as running in was Reagan Hayes. She ran into one of the Rushmore players. Lily Moose pass is intercepted. 2-on-1. There's a shot in the glove of Fornwald. We get a whistle with 11:13 to go as Olsen ended up taking that shot, but had an opportunity to pass it over to Vitas. And you don't see very often a inadvertent pass, an errant pass from Lily Moon.
Yeah.
Face off to the left
She's
of
human.
Fornwald. She is, yeah. Has shown right there that she is somewhat human. Over on the near side corner. 4 players will battle for it. Comes free. There's a shot. We got loose equipment. Hockey headquarters brings you that loose equipment. Picked up by Olsen. She picked up that stick that she had dropped. And now the Sioux Falls Flyers get it out of the zone off of a skate. And then push back to the blue line. Vitas will pick it back up. And Lucia Vitas. That one, a shot goes through the blue paint and went right past Fornwald. That went off of Hoffman. From Hoffman, went off of one of the helmets of one of the Sioux Falls players, and back again come the Flyers. In is Barrett Hefty. That one trying to go to the net was blocked down by the Rushmore Thunder. Lily Hoffman now will play it off the boards and out of the zone, where it's picked back up by Alexa Christie. And Christie's backhander back into the zone with 10:14 to go in the first period. Off the boards, knocked down by Clark, picked up by Rushmore. And the Thunder a pass as they gain the red line. It will go all the way down, but it will not be an icing. Mallory Chisholm racing after it, but it's around the boards for Adriana Clark. And Clark for the Flyers. That pass is going to be intercepted. And back to the blue line where it's going to be picked up by Rushmore. Evan Woods nearly had it. Also, Cover was over there, but now it goes back the other way. Now Cover's back there, and it'll be played here by the Rushmore Thunder. Nearly turned over, but it does come out of the zone. Over skating it was Clark, but she was able to pick it back up. That was Rylan Peska. And she'll go off for a change. Cover will pick it up, and around the boards it goes to the near side and up the boards. And the Rushmore Thunder get it out of the zone another time. 9:17 left to go here in the first period. The longer we stay tied 0-0, the more that Rushmore feels like they're in this hockey game. Lily Moon here for the Flyers. Moon trying to get in, but a good defensive play from 2 different sticks, but it's still picked up. There's a shot off the side of the net. That one came from Emma Ramsey again. Ramsey with 13 goals so far. They finish the regular season. Back for Moon. Her shot just whistles wide of the near side post. That was a good look there from Moon. And Long never saw it. This one is still loose in front. There's a shot that's broken up. Back behind the net. Long's trying to turn herself back around, and it'll eventually come out of the zone. Moon will pick it back up again. Moon will try and lift the pass across, but it was knocked down by the stick of number 21, Kaya Olsen. And goes to the far side again. 8:20 left to go here in the first period. Things have really opened up We haven't had a whistle in a long time. That pass is broken up again by the Rushmore Thunder. Olsen with a shot that doesn't get all the way through. And now it's back for the Flyers going the other way. Emily Peska. Peska is in. She tried to leave it back over for Lingen. Into the corner it is. The Rushmore Thunder can't get out. Lingen again. Pass goes across. One-time chance. That one goes wide. But back here on the near side where it's picked back up by the Flyers. Pass goes back over for Peska, Rylan Peska. That pass through the blue paints in the slot, but it's broken up by the Rushmore Thunder. And again, this Rushmore Thunder team playing really good defense. I wouldn't say they're buying their time, but they have to try and buy their time to pick up a goal, maybe pick up a lead. 7:20 left to go here in the first period. In the neutral zone is played by Rylan Peska. And Peska had it in, but it was off of the Zamboni doors, so it's played out of the zone by the Rushmore Thunder. Gaining the red line, dumping it in are the Rushmore Thunder, going off for a change. Short shifts, clean dump-ins. That's the name of the game. That's the Wegner Auto keys to success for the Rushmore Thunder. Here's a pass that misses everybody, goes down. It should go far enough for an icing. Will it? No, they wave it off the last second. I don't think it actually got all the way to the red line. 6:40 left to go here in the first period. Here's a shot that's broken up. And out of the zone it goes by Rushmore. That one is down, but not far enough for an icing either. Moon picks it up. She nearly blew a tire. Now she'll turn a circle around back in front of her own net. She continues to wait. Now fading on a pass attempt, gets the puck back, and her pass goes over for Ramsey. And back in the zone momentarily were the Flyers. Came right back out. This Rushmore team, they don't like the puck in their zone very often, and they're doing a really good job of escaping the zone, even if it just goes back in the neutral zone, making them retreat, making Sioux Falls retreat every time. Here's broken up, and here's an opportunity for the Rushmore Thunder in. And offside is called, as bringing it in the zone was Mallory Chisholm, and just offside was Lucia Vitas trying to toe that line, but could not. 5:59 to go here in the first period.
They had a 3-on-1 if they could have gotten her done.
Instead, it'll be a face-off just outside the Sioux Falls end on the near side, right below us here in our press box here at ODI Center. Here is Emma Ramsey for the Flyers as she carried it in, but another offside is called, and we get a whistle with 5:50 left to go here in the first period. Again, the longer this is 0-0, the longer that favors the 8 seed.
Yeah, Rushmore playing with them at this point.
Yes.
It was an 8-1 win for the Flyers back in the first time they met, and it was 12-0, which wasn't that long ago. It was the last 2 games of the season for both these teams. And Rushmore maybe has found a secret to try and knock off a Sioux Falls Flyers team. This one to be out in front. It's a backhander, a shot that goes just wide. That was by the Flyers who had an opportunity, and then maybe icing it. Nope, it's not going to go far enough. Vitas is going to win the race to it anyway. Vitas trying to get to the backhand, trying to stuff it in, goes off to the side of the net. Boy, Rushmore's had a couple of good looks here. Now it's Emma Ramsey back again for the Flyers. Ramsey will dump it in, go off for a change. The Flyers will make that change on the fly. 5 minutes left to go here in the first period. As it comes back out of the near side, it's picked up back up by the Flyers. There's a shot, the bouncing puck that's broken up. That one came from Reagan Hayes. And now there's a shot that goes wide again, broken up. Rushmore's done a really good job of getting bodies in front, sticks in traffic, and nearly turned over by the Flyers, but right on the side of their net. Kaya Olsen nearly took it away. Excuse me, that's Lily Hoffman that nearly took it away. Back in on the Flyers. That shot from the side never got all the way through it from Rylan Peska. 4:20 left in the first period. So the blue line, they thought maybe it came out of the zone, but the Rushmore Thunder fans thought it came out of the zone. It did not. But either way, the Rushmore Thunder are able to get it back out into the neutral end. Lily Moon will pick it up. And now Moon 2-on-2 in the zone. Actually, it's going to be 3-on-3 in. There's a shot that goes wide by Moon. She's looking for her 37th goal of the year. As it's played out near to the blue line. but held in by the Flyers, and then out of the zone by the Thunder. Coming off for a change was going to be Reagan Hayes, but she had to step back on the ice, make sure that the Thunder couldn't get a partial break. That puck is loose in the slot again, but cleared away by the Thunder another time as it comes back out, and Lily Moon will pick it back up here for Sioux Falls. Moon will find some space, but she was checked away from the puck. Not a body check, just checked off the puck with 3:20 left to go in the first period. We are still tied 0-0. We're still looking for that first goal of this game. And from the near side is picked up by Lingen here by the Sioux Falls Flyers. Lingen will backhand it off the boards to herself. And Lingen from the near side corner with 3 minutes left to go here in the first period. Back behind the net it goes for the Flyers. Trying to set up something in front, but it is broken up by the Thunder, and they will ice the puck with 2:51 to go here in the first period. And we are still tied 0-0.
Moral victory so far for the Rushmore Thunder.
Well, I think Rushmore kind of came out with a pretty decent game plan.
Yes.
They really did. You know, they're skating with them at this point.
This is a big last 2 minutes and 51 seconds here. If the Flyers can get a goal, get that 1-0 lead, start to maybe create the down the Rushmore Thunder, but if they don't get that goal, then Rushmore's going to that locker room having a lot of confidence going into the second period. As it's kept in by Pesca, Ryland Pesca. Played back on the far side. Still held in by the Flyers. And over into the corner it is on the near side. It comes out, it comes free, and then missed by Long. She thought about covering it, turned about sticking it away, but she missed either one that she was trying. And the puck remains loose and out to the blue line. It's held in by the Flyers. That shot is broken up. That one came from Zoe Gora, and out it goes for Vitas. And Vitas with a breakaway. Vitas is in. A shot save made by Fordwald. Vitas dropped the stick. Fordwald made the save, and a whistle with 2:10 left to go here in the first period. Loose equipment brought to you by Hockey Headquarters. We haven't seen a stick. We actually have seen one stick snap, but maybe the mouth guard's lost, other equipment problems. You can head over to Hockey Headquarters at 4024 Hercules Avenue in Sioux Falls. There's a shot from the blue line. That one is missed and went wide, but held in by the by the Thunder. A turnaround shot from Woods goes wide. And it's picked up now by the Flyers with 1:54 to go in the period. Turned over again. Over another time. Trying to put it towards the front of the net. Chisholm had her stick canceled out. Now it's Kaylin Cover. Pass goes back out to the blue line. Fanning on an opportunity, a one-timer. That was Paige Zigma that was fanning on that one-timer. It's the first time we've said her name here this evening. That pass went up, went off the stick of the Flyers, and right back again come the Flyers from the neutral zone. They just can't get the offense going here. 7-5 in shots in the first period. I don't know if Sioux Falls has ever – they sometimes score 7 goals in a game in the first period. Right now they only got 7 shots on net in the first period with 1:10 left to go. There's a pass that's intercepted by Moon on the backhand. Moon turns to the forehand. Her shot, and a glove save made by Isabella Long. Oh, boy, 1:02 left to go here in the first period.
Lily Moon, you can see why she scored 36 goals in the regular season. She has a pretty smooth shot.
Well, we got a minute and 2 seconds left to go here in this first period. This has been an exciting first period because the number 8 seed right now is tied 0-0 with the number 1 seed. Out to the blue line. Pesca holds it in. That is Ryland Pesca that holds it in with 50 seconds left to go in the first period. The top seeds have won all 3 games so far. The top seed not in the lead right now, not trailing right now, but has not picked up that first goal. 35 seconds left to go. That pass comes to the slide, comes into to Isabella Long where she has to poke it away with 30 seconds left to go in the first period. As it comes out to the blue line, it's going to be held in by the Flyers. Moon over for Ryland Pesca. She's got a lot of space. Walks it in, winds up with a slap shot. A save made by Long. She didn't know where it was, but she made the save and it didn't go in the back of the net. And with 15.5 left to go, Rushmore is 15 seconds away from getting out of this first period unscathed.
Yes, and Long, of course, is a junior.
Yeah, she's just had a couple really nice plays on some really good shots.
15 seconds left. Face-off is won by the Flyers. There's a backhander. It's loose, and another save by Long, and no rebound. Now 11 seconds left to go here in the first period. 10-5 in shots in favor of the Sioux Falls Flyers. As the face-off is taken by the Flyers again. That pass off the stick of Long. 5 seconds to go. Down to 3 seconds as it comes out to the blue line. And you got to feel, as the first period ends, you got to feel like that's a win for the Rushmore Thunder. And you got to feel like Sioux Falls is going to go to the locker room right now and have to basically answer and talk like they're losing this hockey game. It's a 0-0 tie after the first period.
Yeah, Sioux Falls is maybe wondering what's going on. And Rushmore says, yeah, keep it going. I think Rushmore had a really nice game plan coming out, and they're just getting after it.
This is a one that maybe we didn't think was going to be the case in a tie game at the end of the first period.
Well, and they've spent a lot of energy, and they don't have as many numbers as Sioux Falls do. That one thing you might wonder about when we get to that third period. They get, because they spent a lot of energy. I thought in the Watertown game earlier, they spent a lot of energy to get back to erase a 3-0 deficit to make it 3-2, and they were out of gas in the third period.
Yeah, those teams with the short benches, that happens, and Sioux Falls' depth, I do think that's going to come into play here somewhere.
Yeah.
So no score, but after the first period between Sioux Falls and Rushmore Thunder. We step aside. When we come back, we'll have that first intermission report brought to you by University of Jamestown. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, KSTR, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Hawaii Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Hawaii Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Wahi Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ram Coda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ram Coda has a full hot continental breakfast, so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back here, and we have our first intermission report, is brought to you by the University of Jamestown, where your success is our tradition. And I wouldn't say there's any tradition going on right now between the 1-8 matchup, but there's a lot of success for the Rushmore Thunder in a 0-0 game at the end of the first period.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of the first game we had today with a 3-6 seed, Owyhee and Aberdeen.
Yeah.
And there's some similarities, but this is a giant upset at this stage.
I feel like Rushmore is maybe playing a little bit on the conservative side.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
kind of just chipping the puck out, kind of keeping Sioux Falls off their game, can't get a rhythm, and thus far it's working.
Well, and the other thing with that is Sioux Falls is a lot like Mitchell. They can score a bunch of goals in a short period of time.
Boy.
Yeah, you surely don't want to rule out a big change, right?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, Rushmore is doing exactly what they need to do right now. And I have a feeling that was their plan right from start. Go hard, just keep them off their game.
And you guys mentioned it too. This could be a 6-0 game at the end of the second period.
Oh, yes.
There is no question that's a possibility. But every single minute that continued, especially now after the first period, I mentioned in the first period, but now in the second period, every minute that this game is tied, this game is 0-0.
Yeah.
It is all in favor of the Rushmore Thunder. The farther we get, the Rushmore Thunder are getting more confident by the minute.
Oh, yes.
But also, how quickly things can change. One goal scored by the Sioux Falls, and all that confidence might go it's probably right out the door. Because
right out the door.
You're saying we got to be tied or have the lead. We cannot go down 1-0 to the Sioux Falls Flyers because they are too good of a team to even try and come back from a 1-goal deficit. But so every minute that it remains tied, Rushmore continues to build that confidence.
And you can see that Sioux Falls team. You can see that skill level, how fluent they go up through the neutral zone and so forth.
Yeah.
You can see it. They just have not clicked quite yet.
There's a reason they're 18-0.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's right.
And this might be the only time that they're going into a period tied 0-0 or tied at all going into the second period. But boy, this is what Rushmore's game plan was. Is we're going to play 0-0 as long as we possibly can. We're going to try and find a mistake that Sioux Falls makes to take advantage of it.
And right now it's textbook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Earlier today, Aberdeen won over Owyhee 2-1. Mitchell beat Sioux. I can't say Sioux whatever.
Sioux Center?
Yeah, I can't say Center today. 9-1. And then, of course, Brookings beat Watertown 6-3. So this is the fourth and final game of the day.
And it is a 0-0 game, 10-5 in shots, no penalties to talk about. There's not been a whole lot, no Pelican Power Sports power plays yet. It's been 10-5 in shots, and that's about it. No score between these two teams. So we'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have more of our first intermission. We'll start to break down what we have tomorrow for you here on our airwaves as you're listening to the South Dakota State Hockey Tournament on Capital City Rock, KSTR, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096. Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre. The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 Eastgate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Back here at the ODI Center as we continue our second break of our first intermission, as John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd. Real quick here, going in the second period, I get to ask you guys this question. I like when I get to ask and not have to answer. I'll start with you, Jeff. Sioux Falls, the number one seed. What do they need to do in the second period?
Well, they need to maybe turn things up a little bit offensively and see if they can't get something going, kind of like Watertown Brookings earlier today. So I would say they have to turn it up. But, boy, I tell you what, the longer they stay in this game, the more frustrated they're going to get. And then you start doing things like trying to do it yourself rather than play the team concept. You try to do it yourself and do too much by yourself. So, they could get very frustrated. And then they might start making some penalties, too.
So now, Jim, for the Rushmore Thunder, I don't know if you need to change anything in the second period. What needs to happen this second period?
Well, they're not supposed to win this game. They're not even supposed to be in this game.
No.
Right? So they're supposed to just show up here and do a good outing. Right now, they have Sioux Falls guessing right now. Sioux Falls is not sure what's going on. Obviously, keep doing what you're doing. Don't try to make the big plays. Just keep them off their game.
First 2 minutes of this period are going to be critical.
Absolutely, and that will be coming up here next as the Y Capitals. I did it again. Sioux Falls Flyers and the Rushmore Thunder going in the second period. You're listening to it on Capital City Rock as well as on KSDR and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Wahi Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
The Ramkota in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ramkota is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ramkota has a full hot continental breakfast, so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment, the Ramkota in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. We are back and ready for the second period as the Sioux Falls Flyers and the Rushmore Thunder are underway here in the second period as the opening faceoff is taken by the Sioux Falls Flyers, and right in is Reagan Hayes. Adriana Clark is in for the Flyers. You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt and the KSDR Watertown. Pass through the slots and it goes out the other end. It'll go all the way down as the Flyers will pick it back up. 0-0 is their score to start this second period. The top seed Sioux Falls Flyers undefeated 18-0. They are tied with the 5-13 number 8 seed Rushmore Thunder. Two teams played to end the season. That was a couple weekends ago. That one will be iced by the Thunder, and we get a whistle with 6:19 left to go here in the second period. This is the period of the long change, and this is where things can get out of hand in terms of the Rushmore Thunder trying to keep this a 0-0 game, because you can't just clear the puck. You're going to have to ice the puck basically every time to try and get yourself off the ice in a easy fashion. But then you give up an offensive zone faceoff. Lily Moon, a shot and a save by Isabel Long, and a whistle with 6:16 to go here in the second period.
Isabel Long saw that one all the way.
So now another faceoff upcoming to the right of Long. It'll be Emma Ramsey that will take the faceoff. Won, though, by the Flyers again. And around it goes. Ramsey will pick it up in the corner. Had her knocked off the stick, but played back again to the corner, where it comes out towards the blue line, held in by the Flyers, but then eventually picked up by Hengallop, and all the way down it goes for another icing. That's the first time we've talked about Belita Hengallop. With 15:53 to go here in the second period.
Just a freshman.
And that's the good thing for because Rushmore last year didn't even have a girls varsity team. And now they don't have a lot of numbers, but they've got a lot of young players for Rushmore. So that'll be good to have them to stick around in the girls varsity ranks.
One senior cover.
There's a shot off to the side. It comes back through the blue paints, and it goes off to the far end of the ice. As back out, Lily Moon walks it in, winds up with a shot. Long made a save, and it's still loose, where it's picked up now by the Thunder. There's a pass looking for Venus, but it's intercepted by Moon. And Lily Moon will carry right back in the offensive end. Moon with another shot off the glove of Long, and it goes wide. And it's picked up here again by the Flyers. Back over. There's a shot up high. Goes over the top of the cage, off the glass, and stays in play. And it's picked back up again here by Lingen. The Flyers starting to buzz around right now. As it's back behind the net, and it's again picked up here by the Flyers. As it was Clark, but couldn't get a shot away. Lingen kicks it along to her stick as she'll turn the bottom of the face-off circle and around the net, behind the cage. She'll circle around the far side corner, circle back another time, circle a third time, and play it back here to the near side. Clark on the boards from the backhand. She's going to try and play it back around, and it'll be played over. Falling to the ice was Lingen, and then it's still loose as Clark tried to stuff it in. Played back out to the blue line. The pass goes through, misses everybody. That came from Barrett Hefty. And out of the zone it goes, where it will be the Flyers that will pick it back up. And they will ice the puck with 14:18 left to go here in the second period.
Still hanging around.
They got by the first 2 minutes.
So that's, with 14:18 left to go here in the second period. Just hanging around are the Rushmore Thunder. Tied 0-0 in our final game of day number 1 of the 2022 State Girls Varsity Tournament. The 3 winners so far, Aberdeen and Mitchell, will play tomorrow, and then will also be the winner of this game playing Brookings in the state semifinal. As it's played out of the zone and into the offensive end for the Flyers. It is Ewalt that is in. Emily Ewalt with 1 goal, 4 assists on the regular season. Ewald picks it back up on a backhand pass to the front of the net, but broken up by a stick. That was by the senior cover. Out to the blue line, held in by the Flyers, but picked up by Evan Woods of the Rushmore Thunder. And Woods plays it off the boards. She gets knocked down. And it will be grabbed by the Flyers, and around to the near side it comes. And out of the zone it goes, and Ewalt now has it again for the Flyers. Emily Ewalt, pass over, and misses. Looking for Van Voorst. Out to the blue line, good move around. There's a shot that has got through, and a save is made. Barrett Hefty had the shot, and Long made the right pad save. Here is Moon on the back end, trying to find a way to get in front, but puts it just wide. Moon again, 36 goals in the season, tied for the state high coming into the state tournament. Pass goes back to the blue line. You Thunder on a chance to make a change, but they do that. They escaped and made it 5-on-4 in the zone. That goes off of Long's stick. And it's played back again here to the near side, where Cover will start to race it down the ice. And Cover gains the red line, dumps it in, and around it goes. Fornwald has not been tested yet in the second period. She's made all 5 saves in that first period. Out to the blue line. A couple of Sioux Falls players run into each other. And it's now knocked down again, but it's going to be taken by Lily Moon. And Moon to the offensive end. On her off wing. Gets into the forehand, though. Her shot goes up high and misses. As it's played out to the blue line. Knocked down and over. A chance for Kaya Olsen moving in. Olsen, her pass goes across. It's over tipped and it goes just wide. Olsen tipped it to the net and it goes off to the right of the goalpost. Out for Cover. Her shot. Kick saved by Lily Moon. Lily Hoffman got over to it. Boy, oh boy, Rushmore nearly had a 1-0 lead. And now it's Adriana Clark back again. Clark moving in, diving play. That one came from Zigama. But it's still loose to the blue paint. Clark nearly had it, but went off of Olsen. It's still in the zone with 11:40 left to go here in the second period. As the Flyers come out with it, Moon with a shot, and it goes up high. Boy, Moon is looking to roof that shot every time.
Gabby Schroeder is out there now. She hadn't played at all in this period up till now.
As it will be Alyssa Lingen again. Schroeder's looking to, this in the slot was going to be Barrett Hefty. There's a penalty coming up against Rushmore. And we'll give the first Pelican Power Sports power play if Rushmore is able to touch the puck up. It'll be 6-on-5 right now. There's a shot from Hefty. It was redirected and went just wide. Still with it is Clark. Delayed penalty coming up. That pass through, and it'll be touched by Vitas, and we finally get a whistle, and a trip was called. And the Rushmore Thunder will have to go to the penalty kill, as to the box will be Kaya Olsen.
Rushmore Thunder had a couple really nice opportunities to score there. Sioux Falls goalie Fornwald was out of position there a couple times. All Rushmore had to do is just touch it.
Sioux Falls on the power play this year, 30.8%. Mills will say 31%.
So it is a Pelican Power Sports power play. $15 donated for every power play goal from Pelican Power Sports to Feeding South Dakota. Just one goal so far here today on the power play. That one went through, was played off of the stick of the Rushmore Thunder. Pass goes across blue line to blue line as a wind-up shot off the side of the cage. That one came from Gabby Schroeder. Here's back, played around to the far side. Lily Moon will step up, picks up the puck, plays it back. Hefty winds up, she winds up again. That shot got all the way through again, but it went wide. It was off of a body in front. Schroeder walks it in. Her shot, she scores! And there's the first goal of the game, a power play goal. Gabby Schroeder, her 20th of the season. And with 10:16 to go in the second period, we have broken the ice. And the Flyers have a 1-0 lead.
Pretty nice goal by Gabby Schroeder. She really took her time, and she put that puck exactly where she wanted it.
So Rushmore did everything to hold on to that lead, but it ended up being tied, and Sioux Falls ends up picking up a 1-0 lead now on that goal scored by Gabby Schroeder to make it a 1-0 score here with 10:16 to play in the second period.
Well, we almost went 7 minutes into the second period without a score.
So now we'll see how Rushmore responds, because they want to try and now keep it a 1-0 game for as long as possible. Hefty, that pass goes over. Hoffman intercepted it, but it's held in the zone by the Flyers a couple times. Boy, that was a good play there by Barrett Hefty. And at the blue line, Hefty stick handling around it. She's doing a pretty good job stick handling around at the blue line. Zoe Gorup That pass into the corner. Knocked down. It's now Olsen. And Olsen with it. Her pass almost intercepted by Gorham. Comes out of the zone, pushed right back in by the Flyers, and they'll go off for a change, but they'll also have to tag back up on delayed offside.
Both teams full strength.
As this played over, Hoffman didn't have the red line, but she played it down, but it won't be icing anyway. It was missed by the Sioux Falls player. That's Rylan Pesca that missed it and went back to play it with 9:10 left to go here in the second period. 1-0 is her score. Gabby Schroeder, power play goal, the only goal of the game so far. Came just a minute ago. And out it comes to the neutral zone. Cover had it, trying to put it back in, but it's played back around. Paige Zimiga, there we go, third time's a charm. Out to the blue line. Pesca holds it in. Zimiga back behind the net. And she'll turn with it on the forehand to the far side. Around it goes Mallory Chisholm, but it's intercepted, held in by Pesca. Ewald back out for Lily Moon. Moon walks it in. Moon with a shot. It was off of a body, but it was played off of one of the Sioux Falls players, and the puck went just wide of the nets. It's still alive, and it's played around. It was redirected off of somebody in front, then went off of a Sioux Falls player. They nearly had an open net to score. Moon picks up the puck again. She'll turn the circle around. Looking to try to get on the power play here. Moon moves in. A shot and a save is made by Isabella Long, and Moon.
She's looking for a trip.
Yeah, she's looking for a hook, a trip, something to say, let's put us on the power play again. But we will have, with 8:05 left to go, a face-off to the left of Isabella Long. She's now made 16 saves on 17 shot attempts. Face-off to the left of Long, won by the Flyers. Pass goes back to the point. Hefty winds up with a shot. She scores! Barrett Hefty got it through. 7:59 to go, and it's now a 2-0 lead for Sioux Falls.
Barrett Hefty, she's been playing really well out in that defense on the line there, and she's got a heck of a shot. She finally got one through.
And so now you got to make sure that the floodgates don't open up, as it's a 2-0 lead here for Sioux Falls over the Rushmore Thunder. And Barrett Hefty scored her 12th of the season. 11 in the regular season. She's got her first here in the state tournament. 2-0 is her score, with 7:48 left to go here in the second period. As it goes all the way down, it will not go far enough, or it does go far enough, what would be an icing, but they wave it off. It was played by the Flyers. And for the Flyers from back around their own net, 7:30 left to go here in the second period. Turned over to the top of the slots. Okay, can't get a shot away quite yet is Vetus. Backhander, fanning on a one-time chance was Olsen after it was broken up. And it now will be the Flyers back out to the neutral zone. And moving back, right back in is Gabby Schroeder. Got the first goal of the game on a backhand. Shot it off the side of the cage. Lily Hoffman picks it up for the Rushmore Thunder. Pass across ice is intercepted. Ramsey had to wait for everybody to tag back up before she carried it back in. And when she did, she lost it to Vetus. And then we get a trip against the Sioux Falls Flyers, and the Rushmore Thunder will have their first Pelican Power Sports power play, as Emma Ramsey will go to the box for 2 or less with a trip, with 6:57 to go in the second period.
We'll see if Rushmore can generate a little bit of offense here.
They've got one shot so far here in the second period. And a face-off that will be coming to the left of Sydney Fornwald. And the face-off will be controlled here by the Flyers, but it's turned over. There's a shot by Chisholm and a save by Fornwald, and we get another whistle.
This has not been Rushmore's strength of this year. They only have hit on 11% as far as their power play goals.
But as we saw earlier, 3.7% from the Sioux Center Storm. They scored on their first power play opportunity. They're 33% right now in the state tournament. Here's a clearing attempt by the Flyers, goes all the way down, and it'll be a race to it. And the first one to get to it will be Moon. And Moon will turn it. We got a loose stick behind the net. Racing off, that's going to be Pong Club that's going to have to race off after she lost her stick. That comes in front. A save is made right in front, wide open was Reagan Pesca. A great pass, a one-timer from Pesca, but Long shut the door. And we get a whistle with 6:22 left to go. And the hockey headquarters loose equipment right now. The referees are the linesman's going to have to take that over and get the loose equipment. Not going to take it to hockey headquarters, but you can go to hockey headquarters to replace that stick or replace any hockey equipment that you might need. As it will be here in for cover with 6:13 left to go in the second period. Comes right back out, 1:13 left in the power play. Gabby Schroeder with a shot that goes wide. Looking to go far side on Long. Pass comes back out to the slot for Schroeder. She scores 5-0 on Isabel Long, and Schroeder's got her second of the game. And it's now a 3-0 lead for the Sioux Falls Flyers.
That was just a little bit different shot. Gabby Schroeder throws it at the goal right on the ice. And that's one of the very few shots we've seen like that, and that one surprised Isabel Long.
So now a 3-0 score for the Sioux Falls Flyers over the Rushmore Thunder. And we talked about it, and they're halfway to that 6-0 mark that we said could happen in the second period. But that just tells you what Sioux Falls is. Once they get ahead, they start to snowball on you. And it's a power play goal, a even strength goal, and a shorthanded goal now here for the Sioux Falls Flyers. They're looking to attack shorthanded again. Moving in is Clark with a shot up high. A save is made by Long with 35 seconds left to go on the power play. That one's broken up. Schroeder again was able to intercept that pass with 5:25 left. And around it goes. It's played again by Alyssa Lingen. Sioux Falls looking to attack shorthanded. Comes back out. Vitas, she trips up Gora. No call against Vitas. And now Gora with a shot off the glove of Long. Played out of the zone by the Thunder with 8 seconds left on the power play. Olsen chips it along. Vitas carries it in the offensive end. And Vitas will try and turn. Pass to the slot. Lily Hoffman missed it. She's a little slow to get up off the ice. When it comes around to the far side, where the Flyers will be able to escape the zone. Cover across, and now it's in here for the Thunder. That shot goes wide. That came from Samantha Woolsey. Out to the blue line, held in by Cover. Hard off the boards with 4:30 left to go here in the second period. Out to the blue line again. Cover holds another time. But it will be the Flyers that will get it out. As is Mallory Chisholm pushing it back in the offensive end before it's right back out by the Flyers. Out to the blue line and dumped in by the Flyers with 4:08 to go in the second period. Pass is intercepted by Moon. And Lily Moon waits at the blue line. Does come out of the zone, so she'll have to pass it back out. Here on the near side it is again. There's a shot. A save is made. It's loose and a cover for the whistle. Faith Van Vorst will get the shot attempt, but Long makes her 20th save of the night on 23 chances.
Lily Moon makes this team go.
I don't even know if she has a point yet.
No, but she really does make this team go.
You're right, Jeff. She's a part of about everything that happens.
Yeah.
Well, that just tells you also what she gets scoring, too, how well she can be.
And well, she doesn't have to contribute on the scoreboard to still make a difference.
With 3:35 left to go here in the second period, around it goes to the far side. There is Lily Moon that will hold the zone. Moon makes one move around, but we get a whistle, and an interference is going to be called up against the Sioux Falls Flyers. As it going to the penalty box, let's see who it is. It's going to be number 22, and then it'll be Reagan Hayes that will go to the penalty box. So another Rushmore Thunder Pelican Power Sports power play. Interference against Reagan Hayes with 3:30 left to go here in the second period.
An opportunity for Rushmore here to build just a little confidence on a goal.
So here is an opportunity as it is won by the Rushmore Thunder. That shot was behind the nets, and it will be taken now here by the Thunder again. And it comes loose in front, but can't get a shot away. As it will be all the way down the ice, rolling over to Long, and then picked up here by the Thunder. And it's played around. That was that was Zimiga that got to it first. But now it's picked up again by the Flyers. Looking to attack short-handed again. They score! There is Lily Moon's first of the game, her first point tonight. And it's a 4-0 lead with 2:58 to go here in the second period.
That one hits the water bottle just under the crossbar.
The second short-handed goal of the game for the Sioux Falls Flyers. And it's now a 4-0 lead for the Sioux Falls Flyers on the Rushmore Thunder. As it with still a minute 29 left to go in this power play. Right now, it's the special teams have been the downfall for the Rushmore Thunder. There's another shot that was a save. Reagan Pesca had that opportunity. She got the puck again. It'll be now Cover that will pick it up. And Kayla Cover, 3-on-1 going the other way. Here's a power play opportunity. Cover, pass goes across for Chisholm, but couldn't get a shot away. Good defense there by the Flyers. The one girl that was back, I believe that was Ryland Pesca, or Adriana Clark that was back. As it goes all the way down. And it'll be played. It was actually Ryland Pesca that was back. So now it's going to be picked up here by Reagan Pesca. And Pesca gets pushed into the boards. Pass goes over. It is going to be Evan Woods out into the neutral zone. 3-on-3 into the offensive end. Woods on the back end. Can't get the pass or the shot away. Played up to the far side. It's held in by Vetus, but then off the stick and out of the zone. Good play from Melissa Lingen. 20 seconds left to go on the power play for the Rushmore Thunder with 1:48 left here in the third period. That will be cleared all the way down by Sioux Falls. Down to the final 10 seconds of this power play. Up and out of the zone. Lily Hoffman trying to chip it off the boards. Let's see if a race can we won. That puck was almost looked like it was moving diagonally instead of moving still farther down the ice. 1:24 left to go in the period as we're back to 5-on-5. So the Rushmore Thunder now 0 for 2 in the power play. Here pass goes across as Vetus is in, winds up with a slap shot that goes just high over the blocker side. Back out of the zone again for the Flyers. Alyssa Lingen moves in. Lingen with a shot. Misses wide as she tried to go to the far side of the blocker. End of the goal for Isabella Long. Final minute here in the second period. Lily Moon, that's broken up. Then cleared all the way down by Lily Hoffman. We get a whistle with an icing with 48.3 to go here in the second period. 25-7 in shots. This period alone, 15-2 for the Sioux Falls Flyers. And with 48.3 left, an opportunity, a face-off to the left of Isabella Long, trying to add one more maybe for the Flyers. The tie-up on the face-off. It's going to be eventually controlled by the Flyers and Lily Moon. And Moon on the backhand plays it around as it's going to be taken by Reagan Hayes. As Hayes back for Moon with 30 seconds to go in the period. Moon gets tripped up. The play continues. Hefty back around it goes. It will be controlled by Faith Van Voorst with 20 seconds left. And we get one player that's knocked down. 4 players are battling for it, and we finally get a whistle with 15 seconds to go. As maybe laying on top of the puck was the Rushmore Thunder player that was down. I believe that was Olsen. Actually, that was Pong Club. I was able to cover both games of the Hawaii Capitals and the Rushmore Thunder, but it was Pong Club. I did not see in any of those two games for the Rushmore Thunder. With 8 seconds left to go here in the period. Here on the near side, down to 4 seconds. And a wind-up shot at the buzzer, and a save is made by Long. And we get the whistle. Eva Ramsey took that shot, and it was a save by Long, and that will end the second period. 4 goals in the second period for the Sioux Falls Flyers. They outshoot the Rushmore Thunder 16-2 in that period, and they now lead it 4-0 going into the third period. We'll step aside. When we come back, we will have for you our second intermission report brought to you by the University of Jamestown. You're listening to the first round of the Girls State Tournament here on Capital City Rock on KSTR and on YouTube, watching on Capital City Rock Sports.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Owyhee Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here and into the second intermission report, as is brought to you by the University of Jamestown, where your success is our tradition as we welcome you back in here. And it is a 4-0 lead. And, fellas, we didn't predict that was going to happen, but we said something like this could happen. Sioux Falls got the first one on the power play. They scored 2 shorthanded goals, but they have now taken control of 4-0 lead here at the end of 2 periods.
Yeah, and I think you could easily say that's probably right. I don't know that they're going to get 4 goals to tie this game up on Fornwald. I don't want people to get off the and not listen the rest of the game. I don't mean that, but she's been a tough goalie all year, and that's a pretty big task to ask of this team because they're going to run out of gas, number one. They don't have quite the depth that Sioux Falls has. I think a lot of things are going against them, but I think they deserve a lot of credit, especially Isabella Long. She really kept them in this game for a long time.
She's made 22 saves on 26 chances, and
a period and a half at least.
You almost look back at the Mitchell and Sioux Center game and say the same thing too. That if it wasn't for these goalies right now in any of these games, we'd be seeing we'd be seeing probably 10-9 in a lot of games too. But we'd be seeing probably 15-0 at this point if it wasn't for Isabella Long for Rushmore.
Yeah, and Sioux Falls, you can kind of see, and especially towards the end of that period, they're starting to get their legs.
Yeah.
And they're starting to find a rhythm, even though Rushmore is still being a pest.
Yeah.
All over the ice.
Yeah.
Sioux Falls is starting to come into their own.
Well, and we always say it's the old cliche, that good teams find a way to win. And they maybe didn't play their best first periods, things like that, but give of course, Rushmore a lot of credit. But they found their sea legs now, I think.
Yep.
So in that second period, Gabby Schroeder got the first goal of the game. Barrett Hefty got the assist. It was a power play goal with 10:16 remaining in the period. That made it 1-0. Then Barrett Hefty got her first goal of the game. That came with 7:59 to go. That was the even strength goal, and Gabby Schroeder returned the favor, got an assist for that to make it 2-0. Then it was Gabby Schroeder shorthanded with Adriana Clark getting the assist with 5:59 to go. That made it 3-0. And then another shorthanded goal with 2:58 to go. That was Lily Moon. They got her first one. Alyssa Lingen got the assist to make it 4-0. So we had one assist. Hefty, Schroeder, Clark, and Lingen each have an assist. Schroeder got 2, Hefty's got 1, and Moon's got 1, as that is where we sit here at the end of 2 periods.
So we have 1 power play goal and 2 shorthanded goals.
That's right.
As far as Sioux Falls is concerned.
Their first 3 goals were the only thing that could make it different would be if they got a 4-on-4 goal, because they got a power play, even strength, shorthanded goal. They just need a 4-on-4 goal to complete the
cycle.
Is that called a cycle?
I was going to say.
I don't know.
It would have to be the cycle, because I was thinking of the golden sombrero in baseball, but that's when you strike out 4 times. So they don't want the golden sombrero if it means whatever it means in baseball, too, and that would in hockey. But a 4-0 lead here at the end of 2 periods. We will step aside, and when we come back, we'll have we will now break down what's going to be tomorrow. We didn't do that in the first intermission. We'll do that in the second intermission here as we continue here. The Sioux Falls Flyers lead at 4-0 over the Rushmore Thunder. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, KSDR, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Wahi Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
The Ramcota in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ramcota is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ramcota has a full hot continental breakfast, so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ramcota in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back here into the second intermission reports, John Wickler alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd. As Jeff, you want to break down what's going to be played tomorrow?
Well, we could. Tomorrow, Sioux Center will Wahi play the first game at 11. That'll be followed by Watertown Rushmore at 1:30 in the afternoon. Then Mitchell Aberdeen play at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon, first semifinal game. If things stay the way they are, it'll be Sioux Falls and Brookings playing in the second semifinal game coming up at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Then Sunday, of course, the Consolation Championship, 9 in the morning. That'll be followed at 11:30 by the third place game. And then, of course, after that, the championship for the state girls varsity tournament. And that is a 2 o'clock face-off. All right.
And
so, yeah.
You want to talk about...
Well, we could talk for just a moment, pause for a moment if we could, and talk about Chuck Schroeder. Gabby's...
Grandfather.
Grandfather.
Yeah.
I get brain dead every once in a while. And but he passed away, of course. We buried him last Saturday, I guess you could say. Chuck was a 62-year member of Kiwanis. He was a great Kiwanian, a regional director when he passed away. And, of course, he had about every office that there was. And that's Gabby Schroeder's, of course, as mentioned, grandfather. So got a chance to meet Gabby last Saturday. Chuck was also a longtime official as far as football, basketball, things like that in South Dakota. So he will be remembered for that. Great guy. And, of course, his son, Jeff, has now been a longtime official in South Dakota as well. And Jeff, when was this, a year or two ago? Had a heart attack?
Several years ago,
yeah. Several years ago. We almost lost him.
He had a heart issue actually doing a game.
Yeah.
And just this year, he officially retired from football.
Okay.
And he still does basketball, but 30-plus years, and he's finally given up football refereeing.
Okay.
And they had a little ceremony for him his last game this last
So
fall.
we've had, Lord knows, probably 60, 70 years, maybe not quite that many, but I bet 60 as far as officiating from the Schroeder family.
Oh, yeah.
So that's pretty remarkable.
And not everybody's cut out for that.
No.
You know, those two obviously were, and they've done a great job over all those years.
So Chuck was at one time the governor of the Minnesota Dakotas district. He and his wife and my wife and I and another couple from up north, Harris Waller, all went to Detroit for the Kiwanis 75th convention that was held in Detroit way back in 1989. Gives you an idea, but he's been around a long time. He's given so much back to the communities that he has served, and of course a big fundraiser for the children's fund, things like that. He will be missed. So thank you.
And well, Gabby Schroeder, she's having herself a pretty good game.
Yes.
And her first game since her grandfather passed away. So it's always, you know, I guess we could say we have our favorites with the White, for me, the White Capitals, and for you guys, the Watertown Lakers. But those moments, and to see Gabby have 2 goals right now, 3 points on the evening. Well, right now she's on her way to being the player of the game. And we might be talking to her after this game is over with.
She's standing in front of the door right over there.
Yeah. And I just saw her, those of you that know what that is, I've just seen her do a Gertie.
No, gritty.
A gritty on the ice.
He says he knows what it is, but he doesn't. But he got it wrong.
Well,
it's a gritty. Yeah, she's hitting.
Yeah, did you see her doing that on skates?
Yeah.
A gritty.
Okay, now you got me on that one.
That's over Jeff's head.
Yeah, I could have called it anything.
You could have.
That's right. You could have called it anything. All the kids would have said something.
I think my kids call it a Gertie. I'm almost positive. I don't know. Or maybe I just call it that.
I think you might just call it that.
All right, okay. All right, I'll accept that. But anyway, she knows how to do that on skates.
We'll save the embarrassment of your kids and say that they call it the gritty too.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that they. We don't want Jacqueline, Janelle. We don't want them getting made fun of in school for calling it the Gertie instead of the gritty.
They might have to take a week off of school until everybody forgets.
Right.
You can only
but it's on
forget.
YouTube forever. So.
Well, not. Oh, really? We can't even get rid of it?
Well, we could, but we don't want to do that.
Yeah. Right.
So we'll have a.
Well, now you probably better explain
what the gritty is.
Yeah.
We can't. We're not going to. Well,
we're not going there.
We could explain it, but we could turn the camera around and one of us could.
So
who
invented it?
I don't know.
It was a guy from the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, he invented it, and then it's a touchdown dance, and it's moved into a lot of different things, and now we've seen it on the ice.
Okay.
We're not. We do not suggest doing it right now, but once the game is over on YouTube, you can go search Justin Jefferson Gritty on YouTube, and you can watch that. If you don't know what it is, you can go watch that later on.
That explains everything. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson. So
now you understand.
I understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that was kind of a difficult discussion, wasn't it? It really took us a long time to get through that.
Thankfully, the hockey game is restarted, and we're into the third period as we're underway. As it will be the Rushmore Thunder who had that first possession, and it will come away. Now over on the left side. I've been told by the board op it's the 2019 LSU Tigers that invented it.
Oh,
not,
sure.
Not necessarily Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
He might have been part of that.
He was part of that team, yeah.
Yeah, so
maybe we can bring this up again. We'll have more discussion.
Yeah. That's all we want to talk about here. And maybe some of the kids will be liking the conversation, talking about the gritty.
Hey, there's a hockey game going on.
And it will
Really?
be here, the Sioux Falls Flyers. Yeah, the hockey game that breaks out during the gritty dance. Over at 16:20 left to go in the third period, as it will be picked up by Kaylin Cover. Easy for everybody else to say, as it's dumped into the zone. It took us 4 games to really get off track of a hockey game. We did a pretty good job of holding ourselves together through three games and 2/3 of a fourth game.
And now it's gone to
we've got a minute gone by this third period, and we have not talked about anything that's happened in this third period. There's a face-off that'll be covered. See, even the linesman's throwing ice at the
they're
referee.
throwing stuff at each other.
So it's not just us.
Thank you, Gabby Schroeder, for just messing this whole thing up.
Face-off will be to the left of to the left of Sidney Fordwald. Thankfully, our board op back at the studios of the Capital City Rock. He's
probably shaking his head.
He is, but he's a senior in high school, so we think him because he has the answer for it.
All right.
Here is now a chance for Mallory Chisholm, but it's taken away by Zoe Gora. Zoe Gora, that's Spencer Kelly, by the way, that's at the station. I don't want to say just a random board op.
Thanks, Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer Kelly back at the station, having himself a fun time watching this game and putting it over the air on Capital City Rock, as well as on the air on KSDR. Back in the offensive end, it will be a missed chance from number 21, Kaya Olson, and it's played around to the far side boards, the near side boards, comes out to the far side where Lily Moon will pick it up, and Moon to the backhand, lost the puck, pass goes across, misses Hoffman, onside play, Hoffman will pick it back up, but then lost it over to Gabby Schroeder. And then it's played around, and Schroeder will ice it with 14:49 left to go in the third period. And Schroeder tilted her head back, missing the pass instead of hitting the gritty on that pass attempt.
It just won't go away.
Boy, we're going to be talking about this all weekend.
That's the first thing I'm going to ask her if she gets player of the game.
You're going to have to make her do it, Jeff.
Yeah.
You can take one of our phones down, and we can get that up on the video as well.
We'll make the poor girl famous.
Yeah, right.
She's going to Jamestown anyway.
That's right. She is one of those 3 girls that have signed for the first ever team at Jamestown. There's a shot that goes high from Kaylin Cover.
We may have to go to Jamestown and broadcast a game.
We might get the gritty to be seen at Jamestown.
Yeah.
They're not letting us anywhere.
Especially after the last 5 minutes that we've been talking about the gritty the whole time.
I tell you, the wave was big. Now this is the next thing. This replaces the wave.
The gritty?
Yeah.
Well, we're about 3 years behind them it being invented to begin with, so after tonight, all the high school kids might be saying, "Boy, these old guys talking about this stuff."
They're going to give it up.
Yeah, this is old stuff now. As 13:55 left to go in the third period, it's out to the blue line and is held in by Alyssa Lingen. It was touched along by Ewalt and then back to her again, fanning on a clearing attempt with the Thunder, and it's still here for the Sioux Falls Flyers. Lingen diving for it, missed it. Took down one of the Rushmore Thunder players trying to dive for it. That was Lily Hoffman. Yeah, that doesn't feel good, especially in a nice new surface that was only about 4 minutes old right now. It's Adriana Clark that will hold it in as it's played back around behind the net. One of the Sioux Falls players, it might have been Lingen doing the splits back behind the net. It was Lingen didn't want to move her feet, but she was doing the splits trying to keep it pushed along. Here on the near side, there's a bunch of players, 4 players tied up right now. It'll be played back again. Lincoln's got another opportunity with it. On the backhand, in the corner, a couple players run together, and then it's pushed along. Venus dropped her stick. Almost looked like it broke. Loose equipment brought to you by Hockey Headquarters in Sioux Falls. That's where we'll be next. We won't be at, well, I guess we could be at Hockey Headquarters, but we'll be broadcasting for the Shields Iceplex. There's Lincoln with a shot low to the ice, and that was blocked by a boots of Kaylin Cover and Evan Woods. They're trying to spring Vetus right now, trying to get her out of the zone, and her and Hoffman trying to come out of the zone, but it's still held in by the Flyers. Another shot that goes high. It's still held in on the near side with 12:20 left to go. Here's Moon, walks it in. Her shot was up high and was broken up, blocked up by Evan Woods, and then finally out to Vetus. It's not going to go far enough for an icing, and Ramsey will win the race to it. Moon will turn right up the middle of the ice, turned over at the now Rushmore blue line, and now they will ice the puck. No, they're going to wave it off again with 11:57 to go here in the third period. There's a pass. That one will miss, and it goes all the way down for an icing with 11:51 left to go here in the third period. 27-8 in shots, 4-0 is their score. All 4 goals took place in the second period. As we have that whistle, and a face-off to the left of Sydney Fornwald, who has made 1 save in this third period. She's made just 3 saves since the end of the first period. That one's tied up right at the face-off dot. Kaya Olsen, along with Reagan Hayes, are going to be dizzy with the amount of circles that they turn right there at the face-off dot.
She must feel like she's the Maytag repairman.
As either that or they're trying to get ready for the figure skating contest, the Olympics. The many circles that they're turning. Going so fast, I don't know how those skaters don't get tired. Don't get tired, but dizzy.
Oh yeah,
more so. As it's the Rushmore Thunder again, trying to get the puck out of their own end with 11:08 to go in the third period. It will be eventually cleared away by the Rushmore Thunder. Out and now walking it in is Chisholm. Chisholm with a shot. A save is made by Fornwald with a glove save. And no rebound and a whistle with 10:58 to go here in the third period.
She didn't get much on that shot, not what she would have liked.
But Fornwald makes the save. She's gotten all 9 saves right now. Riley Vander Esch is the backup tonight. We'll see if maybe she goes against Brookings tomorrow, or if they'll give Fornwald or even Eva Ram an opportunity to play against Brookings tomorrow.
What a problem to have.
Right. You have 3 goalies, and you have all 3 of them play 1 game each, and still don't feel less confident that you're going to win a game to go to the state championship. As this will come out of the zone, it'll be played and out by the Rushmore Thunder as they try and bring it right back in. 3-on-3 into the zone, but another good defensive play there by the Flyers. That one came from number 21, Juliana Chan. And Chan got it out of the zone, but now it's turned over and a breakaway. Vetus is in. Vetus, and she scores! Lucia Vetus makes it 4-1, her 14th of the season. And wait a second, we're not quite done yet. 10:15 left to go in the third period. And the goal scored by Vetus makes it 4-1. It'll be an unassisted goal.
It's a great effort by Vetus.
So it's now 4-1 as the Rushmore Thunder get that first goal of the contest to make it 4-1. Man, here's Adriana Clark right back in. Clark with a shot, trying to get it back to a 4-goal lead quickly, and a save made by Isabel Long with 10:08 to go. You can hear the Rushmore Thunder players are they're getting pretty excited right now on the bench.
We talk about a team going through a season undefeated. Well, I think it's almost as difficult to shut out a team, regardless of who it is, in a hockey game.
Yeah, and while we have a lot of shutouts throughout the season for a lot of these teams,
yes,
and you get to the state tournament, it becomes even more difficult to make that happen. 10 minutes to go here in the third period. Around it goes to the near side, as it will be come out of the zone and all the way down, but not far enough for an icing. It'll be picked up by the Sioux Falls Flyers. That's Rylan Pesca. That's played back to Pesca again, and out of the zone. Off of the stick of Adriana Clark. And it goes down to be picked up and out of the zone. And not out of the zone. Alyssa Lingen will hold it in. And Lingen plays it back behind the net. For the Flyers have another time. That's Pesca. Back in front. Segura with a shot. And it goes just wide. Back again it comes here as it's played from the near side behind the net. Cover trying to escape the zone. It will come out. And Gallo had it out of the zone. But it's right back out to the neutral zone from Pesca. Played across. Lily Moon will pick it up. Moon had her puck knocked off of her stick by Olsen. And now Moon is tied up along with Hengalup. As it's now cleared by Zimiga, but held in by Moon. There's a wind-up shot that was blocked up, didn't get all the way to the net. Another chance to clear it. It does go out, and now Vetus has another opportunity. Another breakaway for Vetus. Moving in. Vetus off the post. It's still loose. Chisholm dove for it. It's still loose another time, and it'll finally be covered up by Fornwald. Oh, she hit the post and nearly made it 4-2.
Another great play by Vetus.
And it went off behind Fornwald, and as it came back around, Chisholm went diving for it, and another diving play for the Flyers. Boy,
that shot had her beat.
That's a state tournament type effort play from both teams. As it's the face-off is one, trying to go 2-on-1, but it went off the stick, and it went all the way down the ice. Picked up by Ewald. 8:15 left to go in the third period. It comes in front of what a left pad save by Isabel Long. She somehow got that pad down to make the save in the last second. That was a shot that came from Faith Van Voorst that nearly made it 5-1. There's a shot again that's blocked up. Van Voorst again around. As it's played back off the side of the cage, back behind the net. Van Voorst another time. Had her stick canceled out. And it will come out to the blue line where it's held in. There's a shot that's broken up. But it's going back the other way now for the Rushmore Thunder. And it is Evan Woods. Just inside the blue line, a shot and a right pad save by Fornwald. Got the right flipper out to make the save. Pass across ice. Out of the zone. Moving in the offensive end. It'll be played up to the slot. Alyssa Lingen trying to get to the puck, but cover intercepted it. And back behind the net again it goes for the Rushmore Thunder to play. 7:10 to go in the third period. Played out of the zone. There's a shot off the glove of Long. And now it's the Rushmore Thunder that will clear it all the way down and will go for an icing with 6:58 to go here in the third period. Boy, Rushmore, if this was a 2-1 game right now, this would be a much different feel to this one, but that's what Sioux Falls does.
That's right. 32-12 shots on goal, favoring Sioux Falls.
It is a 4-1 lead. The only goal so far in this third period has come from Lucia Vetus. That made it 4-1. On the far side, tied up. There's 6 players over there. One backs away. That's Pesca that backed away. Comes in front for Moon. A save is made by Long. Square away was Moon. Wide open in front. And somehow Long makes another great save. With 6:30 left to go here in the third period. Moon was able to hold the zone. But it will eventually come out of the end and back to the neutral zone where Moon will turn with it. Pass goes over and into the offensive end. Again is Schroeder. She's looking for a hat trick with now 6:10 left to go here in the third period. Out shooting the Rushmore Thunder, the Flyers by 20. And leading 4-1. The top overall seed who's undefeated. Moon will walk the line, dust it off. A slap shot that goes off the side of the cage. Long couldn't figure out where it was at, but it was played back around behind the net. And on the near side, it's popped up into the blue line. It's out of the zone by the Rushmore Thunder. As it's played back around. 5:35 left to go here in the third period. As it will be out again here from Emma Ramsey. Trying to get a shot, but it's broken up. Knocked down another time. Can't knock it out of the zone. It'll be played again. And around it is from the far side. Out to the blue line another time. Vetus trying to get to the puck at another opportunity. But it will be played again here by the Rushmore Thunder and the Sioux Falls Flyers. 5 minutes to go here in the third period. Out to the blue line. Hefty winds up with a shot. It got all the way through. And a save made by Long. almost looked like a changeup from Hefty.
Yeah, it did. Or it was deflected. I thought for sure at one time it was deflected, but.
Well, with 4:54 left to go now here in the third period. We will get a timeout that will be taken by the Rushmore Thunder. So again, tomorrow we start coverage right around 10:45 in the morning. 11 o'clock we'll have puck drop of our first game of the day between the Hawaii Capitals and the Sioux Center Storm. And if things hold out, it will be Watertown and the Rushmore Thunder at 1:30 in our second game. We do know Mitchell and Aberdeen are playing at 4:30 in the first semifinal, and Brookings is awaiting the winner, which, again, right now if things hold on for the last 4:54, it'll be Sioux Falls at 7 o'clock against Brookings to close out day number 2 in the state semifinals before we start day number 3. It's hard to believe that day number 1's almost over.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes fast. Once you get to a couple games in, it goes fast.
And also, after we get done this weekend, we're not done for the entire state tournaments in general, because we'll be back next weekend in Sioux Falls Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, as well as the boys. All 11 games of the boys.
Yeah, and
state
then,
tournaments.
of course, the weekend after we go to Jamestown, broadcast live up there. Then the week after we go to Pennsylvania, broadcast live out there. And then we've got the Wild to finish up the season yet, going to the Stanley Cup. So we have hockey still till June.
Jeff is booking us out a ways, isn't he?
See, the only thing is, though, that it was believable until he got to said the Wild were going to go to the Stanley Cup.
Yeah. Yeah, I was all in there for a while.
Then they're not going to make it past the St. Louis Blues in the playoffs.
Oh,
so.
there we go.
St. Louis might be celebrating another Stanley Cup here in 2022. No comment on anybody from that one? No, okay.
We're going to just let you go ahead and
dream.
Yeah.
4:40 left to go here in the third period. The Rushmore Thunder from the near side, as they try and get it out of the zone. They took their timeout as Vetus.
I'd be more excited if my Gophers got to the Final Four.
Well, here is Vetus trying to move in. They're trying to get to the Final Four of the Rushmore Thunder. There's going to be a penalty coming up against the Sioux Falls Flyers. It'll be a check with 4:21 to go. So a third power play here for Rushmore, but they've given up 2 shorthanded goals in those 2 power plays that they've had the opportunity. Hefty is going to go for that's not Hefty, that's Lincoln that will go to the box for 2 for a check. 4:21 left here in the third period. So 2 shorthanded goals for Sioux Falls. They've scored on each of those Pelican Power Sports power play that they've been shorthanded. As it goes all the way down, Sioux Falls is able to clear the zone another time with 4:08 left here in the third period. 34-12 in shots in favor of Sioux Falls. It was tied 0-0 at the end of the first period, but then 4 second period goals by the Sioux Falls Flyers made it 4-0. Vetus has got the only goal so far in the third period, as it makes it 4-1 as we head into the last 3:45 of this contest. As it will come out to the blue line, it'll be pushed in. Emma Ramsey nearly had it, but is picked up by Cover. And Kaylin Cover moves in off the back end, plays it down to the far side corner. It comes into the near side corner. Hoffman trying to tie up. And now they need some support, and it will be picked up by Olsen. And also the back end, it went through the blue paint and through the slot, but it's picked up by the Flyers, where they will dump it down another time, all the way down the ice. With 3:12 left to go here in the third period. 48 seconds left to go on the power play. The Pelican Power Sports power play. And again, we've had $30 donated right now through the first day. Still potentially more, but $30 donated right now. 2 power play goals today by Pelican Power Sports to Feeding South Dakota. There's a shot by Lily Hoffman trying to make it $45, as it will be picked up here again by Hefty, all the way down by Schroeder. And with 2:38 to go here in the third period. Again, we'll be talking to our player of the game coming up after this one's done. And right now it looks like it's going to be Gabby Schroeder that we're going to be talking to, with their 2 goals and an assist, having 3 points on the 4 goals that have been scored. I have Jeff Anderson to go talk to the player of the game coming up, as we are back to full strength, 5-on-5. As with 2:10 left to go here in the third period. A pass goes across as Ngala Luatire trying to get over to it. And now Lily Moon in onside. Moon is in. Her shot off of long, and it goes wide. Back behind the nets. With 1:50 left to go here in the third period. The Flyers, a little bit of a scare in that first period with a tie game 0-0. And then they came alive. Here's Woods with a wind-up shot and a save. They're going to keep play continuing as Fornwall made the glove save, and then the puck went, I believe, in the netting and out of play. So we get a whistle with 1:38 left to go here in the third period. Jeff Anderson will be talking with the player of the game here in just a little bit. We've got some equipment malfunction. That perfect time for hockey headquarters. Well, we're going to plug hockey headquarters, and then Isabel Long got everything. But if there's any broken equipment, any broken straps around the face mask of the goalie, it's all taken care of at hockey headquarters in Sioux Falls. With 1:30 left to go here in the third period. And again, Jeff Anderson will be talking to our player of the game, which, again, right now is going to be Gabby Schroeder with her 2 goals and an assist. 1:18 left to go in the third period. Out to the blue line, delayed offside. Rushmore will tag back up. And the Sioux Falls Flyers will carry it right back into the offensive end. Reagan Hayes with a shot into the glove of Isabella Long with 1:08 left to go here in the third period. So Sioux Falls just about ready to advance to the second round of the state tournament. Win their 19th game of the season, including the regular season and postseason. And it's just them and Brookings in the semifinal tomorrow for a shot in the state championship. It should be a good day in total tomorrow, because we're going to have two really good consolation semifinal games. That one went through the blue paint. Sioux Falls nearly made it a 5-1 game. As now it will be into the offensive end. Here's Lucia Vitas trying to get another shot away with 40 seconds left to go in the third period. But that 2-3 matchup of Mitchell and Aberdeen should be a good one. And you don't count out Brookings after the game that Vugdeveen and Barber had today. In the offensive end is Olsen with 25 seconds left to go here in the third period. It is held in. Olsen had it off of her stick, and it will come out, and you can see the tire legs of Rushmore with 12 seconds left to go in the third period. Basically just ran out of steam. Down to 7 seconds to go. Sioux Falls had a scare in the first period, but scored 4 second period goals on their way to a 4-1 win over the Rushmore Thunder here to finish out day 1 of the state tournament as they advance and will take on Brookings tomorrow in the state semifinal. You listen to KCCR FM Blunt as well as KSTR Watertown. A 4-1 win for the Sioux Falls Flyers. We'll step aside and have our post-game show after this. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock on KSDR and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096. The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here into the post-game show, a 4-1 win for the for the Sioux Falls Flyers over the Rushmore Thunder, as we send it down here to Jeff Anderson with our player of the game.
And we are downstairs with Gabby Schroeder, and she is our player of the game with 2 goals and an assist. So she gets a puck from the South Dakota Activities. Actually, it's the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association. Thank you. 2 goals and an assist tonight. Talk a little bit about that game. Didn't get any goals in that first period. What did the coach say at the end of the first period? Anything?
He kind of just said that we needed to go out and skate hard, and that we have 3 lines, so putting all of them on the ice will get us going, and yeah. So having 3 lines makes it easy. Okay. I guess, kind of. Not really, but.
So how are you a better player this year than you were last year?
I don't really know. I kind of, playing next year makes me kind of want to keep going, and makes me, I don't know, just skate as hard as I can.
Okay. You're going to Jamestown next year. They're going to start a program up there. We have 3 gals, actually, from South Dakota. That's got to be exciting.
Yes, I'm very excited to go there.
Okay. So what will you do this summer to stay in shape, that type of thing? Of course, I'm sure you're on Team South Dakota. That's coming up.
Yes, I am on Team South Dakota, and we have nationals at the end of March. And then I'll just be skating and doing summer hockey on the ice. So staying active on the ice will help for next year.
Okay. What's the key for a win for you tomorrow night?
Just skate hard and fast and put shots on the net and score, hopefully.
All right, sounds good. Well, I know that saw you last week, of course, for your grandpa's funeral, and I'm sure he's proud.
Yes, very proud.
Sounds good. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Gabby Schroeder, our player of the game, gets a puck, of course, from the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association. Back upstairs.
As we are going to wrap things up here from the ODI Center here in just a moment, Jim Lloyd is joining me up here. Really cool that we get a chance to talk to these girls after each game and to give a puck away. But something like that, I'm sure that Grandpa Schroeder smiling down right now, watching Gabby win that, her team winning that game in the first of one that they hope is 3. But to see that and to be able to do that, it means a lot for her and for the fans and for everybody that get a chance to have that happen.
Yeah, can't be any more fitting for her. went through a tough week and came out and got with her teammates. Things start to get a little better, right? And she has the energy to come out and lead her team with 2 goals. And she was really the spark. She deserves that player of the game. She was the spark that got it all going. She broke the scoreless tie, and she's the one that kind of led the way, and everybody followed, of course.
So now going into tomorrow with the 4-1 win for Sioux Falls, we have everything set for tomorrow morning to start at 10:45 with our first game, the Hawaii Capitals and the Sioux Center Storm. The winner will go to the Constellation Championship on Sunday. The winner of that game will face the winner of Rushmore and now Watertown and Rushmore after Rushmore lost here 4-1. The winner of that game, those 2 winners will play the Constellation Championship. The unfortunate thing is the 2 losers are done. So you have to win to get yourself to play on Sunday as there is no 7th place game. So that's a 9 o'clock start on Sunday, but 11 and 1:30 tomorrow for Oahe and Sioux Center, and there'll be Watertown and Rushmore in the Constellation semifinals tomorrow morning and afternoon. Then it'll be Mitchell and Aberdeen, the 2 versus 3 seed at 4:30. That will be our first of 2 semifinal games. And then Sioux Falls, the top seed, taking on the 4 seed Brookings. All top seeds won today. That's a 7 o'clock start, as it will be the second semifinal game.
Great effort tonight by Rushmore, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, man.
It surely didn't seem like an 8-1 seed game.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think Rushmore at times really took it to Sioux Falls. They really did the first period. I think they kind of outplayed them, but Sioux Falls just has that depth. We talked about it. Of course, they're a skilled team, and they have that depth. You heard Gabby talk about what Coach said. We have 3 lines. Let's just keep playing our lines, and that's exactly what they did.
So as we are going to be back at 10:45 on the air tomorrow on Capital City Rock, KSTR, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Should be a good game. You get the 6 versus 7 to begin, and then 5 versus 8. And then 2 versus 3 and 1 versus 4. Yep. I wouldn't say how it's meant to be, because I think there's 4 teams that are saying it shouldn't be this way. We should be winning those games. But it's how the seeds were lined up. The top seeds all win. Should be fun 4 games tomorrow as well.
Yeah, we had a real competitive day today. But as this tournament goes, I think things get heated up even a little bit more than that first day. And it's going to be a competitive day tomorrow, 4 games.
Absolutely. 10:45, we start coverage of our first game of the day as the Hawaii Capitals and the Sioux Center Storm will be facing in the 6-7 matchup. So a 4-1 win for the Sioux Falls Flyers. Gabby Schroeder had 2 goals, as well as Lily Moon and Barrett Hefty scored. Lucy Avitas scored the lone goal for the Rushmore Thunder. That will wrap up day 1 coverage here tonight for the girls varsity state hockey tournament. Back tomorrow morning at 10:45. A little bit more than a 12-hour break for us before we get going for tomorrow morning. But thanks to Spencer Kelly back at the station at Capital City Rock as we back on the air. 10:45 tomorrow morning. The Capitals and Sioux Center Storm will get things started. All 11 games. We got the first 4 done. The next 4, all 4 will be on Capital City Rock, KSDR, as well as on YouTube to watch at Capital City Rock Sports tomorrow and Sunday as well here as we go through the girls varsity state tournament. So have a good rest of the night as we say so long from the ODI